On April 26, 1986, reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded, releasing radioactive fallout across Europe and marking the beginning of the end for the Soviet Union. Serhii Plokhy's Chernobyl reveals that this wasn't just a technical failure. It was the inevitable result of a system built on secrecy, lies, and the prioritization of ideology over reality. The disaster began with a safety test gone catastrophically wrong. Operators were running an experiment on the reactor at low power when a sudden surge caused the core to explode, blowing the 1,000-ton steel and concrete lid off the reactor like a bottle cap. Radioactive debris shot into the atmosphere while the exposed core burned with the intensity of the sun. What happened next shows the true horror of the Soviet system. Officials initially denied anything serious had occurred. Firefighters were sent in without proper protection, told they were fighting an ordinary fire. They absorbed lethal doses of radiation, dying agonizing deaths within weeks. The nearby city of Pripyat wasn't evacuated for 36 hours. Residents went about their daily lives, children played outside, while invisible death filled the air. Plokhy reveals how the Soviet obsession with secrecy made everything worse. Doctors weren't told what they were treating. European countries detected the radiation before Soviet citizens were warned. The Kremlin's instinct was always to cover up, minimize, protect the image of Soviet nuclear prowess at any cost. But the truth couldn't be contained. As Mikhail Gorbachev later admitted, Chernobyl was a turning point. The disaster exposed the rot at the heart of the Soviet system, the incompetence, the corruption, the dangerous gap between propaganda and reality. When the state could no longer hide the consequences of its own failures, trust collapsed. Within 5 years, the Soviet Union ceased to exist. Plokhy also confronts the lasting legacy. The exclusion zone remains abandoned decades later. Cancers and genetic damage continue to emerge. The reactor is now entombed under a massive steel sarcophagus, a monument to technological hubris. Chernobyl is more than a story of nuclear disaster. It's a cautionary tale about what happens when institutions prioritize self-preservation over human life, when truth